मधुपः रमा शंभु ब्रह्मा मरपति गणेशार्पितपदो जगन्नाथ स्वामी नयन पथगामी भवतु मे भुजे सव्ये वेणुं शिरसि शिखिपुच्छं कटितटे दुकूलं नेत्रान्ते सहचरकटाक्षं विधत्ते सदा श्रीमद्वृन्दावनवसति लीला परिचयो जगन्नाथ स्वामी नयन पथगामी भवतु मे महाम्बुरे स्थिरे कनकरुचिरे नीलशिखरे वसन् प्रसादान्त सहज बलभद्रेण बलिना सुभद्रा मध्यस्थ सकल सुर सेवा वसरदो जगन्नाथ स्वामी नयन पथगामी भवतु मे कृपा परावार सजल जल दश्रेणी रुचिरो रमावणि राम सुरदमल पंकेरु अमुकः सुरेन्द्रैराध्य श्रुति गणशिखरित चरितो जगन्नाथ स्वामी नयन पथगामी भवतु मे रथारूढो गच्छन् पतिमिलित भूदेव पटलै स्तुति प्रादुर्भावं प्रतिपदमुपकर्ण्य सदयः दया सिन्धुर्बन्धु सकल जगतां सिन्धु सुतया जगन्नाथ स्वामी नयन पथगामी भवतु मे परब्रह्म पीडा कुवलयद लोत्फुल्ल नयनो निवासी नीलाद्रौ निहित चरणोऽनन्त शिरसि रसानन्दुराधा सरसवपुल लिंगन सुखो जगन्नाथ स्वामी नयन पथगामी भवतु मे न वै याचे राज्यं न च कनक माणिक्य विभव न च न याचेऽहं रम्यां सकल जन काम्यां वरवधूम् सदा काले काले प्रमथपतिना गीत चरितो जगन्नाथ स्वामी नयन पथगामी भवतु मे हर त्वं संसारं द्रुतकरम सारं सुरपते हर त्वं पापानां विततिम् अपरां यादवपते अहो दीननाथे निहित चरणो निश्चमितंगा जगन्नाथ स्वामी नयन पथगामी भवतु मे जगन्नाथाष्टकं पुण्यं यः पठेत् प्रेतशुचिः सर्वपाप विशुद्धात्मा विष्णुलोकं न गच्छति हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय। दंडोत। Yes, Mataji.
You have to wait. Till the time sing Narsimha. Just 2 minutes wait.
Namaste Narasimhaya. Namaste Narasimhaya. Praladaladaine. Praladaladaine. Hiranyakashipurvakshah. Hiranyakashipurvakshah. Shilatankanakalaye. शिलटङ्कानकालये इतो नरसिंह परतो नरसिंह यतो यतो यामि ततो नरसिंह मयि नरसिंह हृदये नरसिंह नरसिंहमदिं शरणं प्रपद्ये तव करकमलवरे नाथा अद्भुत शृङ्गा दलिता हिरण्यकशिपो तनुभृङ्गा केशवधृत हरहरिरूप जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे जय हो नरसिंहदेव 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 जय हो नरसिंहदेव जय हो प्रहलाद महाराज प्रहलाद महाराज प्रहलाद महाराज जय हो प्रहलाद महाराज जय जय प्रभु प्रभुपाद 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 श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय। विघ्न विनाशक नरसिंह देव भगवान की जय। भक्त शिरोमणि प्रहलाद महाराज की जय। श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय। दंडवत प्रणाम।
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Chaitanya Bhagavat, 8th chapter, 84th verse onwards. Chapter itself is so wonderful, speaking about the exhibition of the opulence of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu visited different houses, different devotees' houses. Sometimes manifested 400 form, sometimes manifested 600 form. Shaneyaya Gangadhas Murari Raghare Acharya Ratne Rakshane Chalena Mandire. Please mute your phones. Urmila Mataji, mute your phone. Ashok Prabhu, mute your phone. Acharya Ratne Rakshane Chalena Mandire. So sometimes he went to Gangadhas, sometimes went to Murari's house, sometimes he went to Acharya Ratna's house. Niravadhi Nityananda Thakena Samhati Prabhu Nityanande Ravicheda Nahi Kati. Nityananda constantly remained with the Lord. They were never separated for even a moment. The same one personality appearing in two forms. Mahaprabhu enacted the pastime of always remaining with Nityananda in order to display his most relishable pastime. Nityananda Swarupera Balya Nirantara Sarva Bhave Avishte Aveshita Prabhu Vishwambhara. So now Nityananda Mahaprabhu is absorbed in the mood of a child. And Mahaprabhu is absorbed in different moods. Matsya, Kurma, Varaha, Vamana, Narsimha, Bhagya, Anurupa, Deke, Charanera, Bhanga. So whatever fortune a devotee had, that type of mood, respective good fortunes. So they could see Lord in different forms. Gautam, mute Urmila Mataji's phone. Gautam. Kurma, Varaha, Vamana, Narsimha, Matsya. In this way, different forms were exhibited by Lord. And the devotees were like bumblebees at the lotus feet of the Lord. So according to the devotees' qualification in service, the Lord exhibited to them his various naimitika or occasional forms like Matsya, Kurma, Vamana, Narsimha, Rama, who are worshipped with awe and reverence and who eternally reside in Vaikuntha. In order to ensure that people would not discriminate after seeing various forms of Vishnu and imagine them to be different gods, the Lord displayed his eternal forms according to the favorable taste of his devotees, in order to deliver people from the clutches of those who give up the worship of the Lord, who desire wealth, fame, and women, who concoct with temporary forms of the Lord, and who boast of having fulfilled the material desires. The Lord displayed the pastimes of manifesting his eternal forms within this material world. The display of those eternal pastimes of Shriman Mahaprabhu, the source of all incarnations, overwhelmed his eternal servants and manifested as the highest goal. So why Lord appears in different forms? The reason has been given. So that when a person meditates on the avatars, then or worships the avatar, all his clutches in this material world will go off. Whoever is desiring the temporary material benefits, those desires will go just by meditating on the temporary forms of the Lord. To deliver from the clutches of those who give up the worship, who desire wealth and form, who concoct temporary forms. So they think this is a temporary form. This is an eternal form from the spiritual sky. So these people, they boast. They have so much of material desire. They have fulfilled it. And for them, what is devotion? Fulfilling the material desire itself is a devotion. So now Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he exhibited all these forms to show that he is the incarnator of all these forms. He is the source of all the incarnations. So in this way, he manifested the highest goal. Bhakti is the highest goal, which is a Panchama Purushartha. 4 Purusharthas are there: Dharma, Artha, Kama, Moksha. The materialistic people, they are interested in Artha and Moksha. But for a devotee, what is the highest goal? That is Panchama Purushartha, that is Bhakti. Bhakti is beyond even Moksha. Devotees are not interested in Moksha. Moksha are of 5 types. Liberation is of 5 types. Sarupya, Samipya, Sahujya, Salokya, Sashri. Diyamanam na pashyanti. I don't want all these things. Vina matsevanam janaha. If there is no service involved, then I don't want all these things. That is the prayers which a devotee asks. That is why bhakti means devotional service. When we say bhakti, it just does not mean devotion. It means devotional service. So wherever seva is there, love is there. Where love is there, service is there. So love and service are connected to each other. Service just cannot happen by one's own qualification. Service happens only by love. Love towards the devotees, mercy of Krishna. These 2 factors are very important. Love towards Lord, love towards the devotees, mercy of the devotees, mercy of Krishna. Love and mercy go together when it involves service. Like you serve your mother or father. You serve at your house. You have got that privilege. And that privilege is nothing but the love and the mercy flowing. So love and the mercy should be there from Lord. And this love has to be exhibited by the one who is seeking the service. Konadina gopi bhave karena rodana. Kare bole ratri dina lahika smarana. Sometimes it's to cry in the mood of gopis. And at the time, you could not remember whether it is day or night. It's just crying. Sometimes during this exhibition of the symptoms of Gopi Bhav to his intimate devotees who were under the shelter of conjugal attachment, the Lord displayed a loss of external sense by failing to distinguish between day and night. In this way, the Lord exhibited his Vraja pastimes of separation. So the external consciousness is completely lost. He was not understanding whether it is day or night. He was completely absorbed in the mood of gopis. Konadina Uddhava Akrura Bhavahaya. Sometimes he accepted the mood of Uddhava or Akrura. Konadina Rama Bhave Madira Yachaya. Sometimes he absorbed in the mood of Balaram. And he used to ask wine. But Balaram used to drink wine, not the materialistic wine. The wine of the eternal world. It's not so ordinary wine. Sometimes being agitated by the dealings of Akrura, the Lord would become absorbed in the mood of the gopis. Sometimes he would be pacified by Uddhava's words of solace. Next moment, he would exhibit the Adhiruda Mahabhava of separation. Sometimes he would Adhiruda Bhav. What is that Adhiruda Bhava? To depend Ashtavikara. He would sometimes consider the son of Rohini, himself the son of Rohini, express a desire to drink wine. No one should misunderstand here that he taught the devotees the philosophy of Antashakto Bahi Shaivaha Sabhayam Vaishnavo Matah. Being internally a Shakta, externally a Shaivate, and publicly a Vaishnava. Now see here. What is this? What is the meaning? He is asking for the wine. Generally, this wine by Shaktas. So this is not the philosophy to be derived. Clearly it has been said. That is just to exhibit a sweet pastime, in order to reveal that various pastimes of Lord Vishnu are performed out of his own sweet will. The living entities who are the part and parcel are his eternal servants. So whatever Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chandra exhibited in his Gaur Leela is simply a display of the distinctions between the shelter and the sheltered. That is why the followers of Rupa Goswami have particularly warned everyone not to consider the Lord as one of the sheltered separated parts. Since the literatiers opposed to the Sri Rupa Ganugas are busy executing material activities, they become inimical to Gaur Sundar's intimate associates by becoming distracted from subordination to Gaura. In order to remove such inauspiciousness, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has displayed various contradictory modes in his own pastimes. As an Acharya, the Lord properly exhibited the pastimes of both the served and the servant to prevent the conditioned souls from imagining themselves or other separated parts as incarnations of the Supreme Lord, like a dwarf trying to touch the moon. Just because Lord asked the wine, one cannot derive that Lord is an ordinary person. No, Lord is exhibiting Balram's pastime. Now, Lord is served God. He is Bhuktaram. Balaram is his expansion. He is Bhuktaram. So the wine is not a materialistic wine. Generally, Shaktas and Shaivites, Shaktas especially, not Shaivites, Shaktas, they offer wine to goddess Durga. They have worship of the ghastly form of even Rudra, Kala Bhairav. They offer wine. This is not that example. That is why one should understand when he is taking the mood of different, like Akrura, Uddhava, Balaram, he shows that he can do anything. He is a source of all incarnations and he has the freedom and the independence to enact any pastime. Kona dina chaturmukha bhave vishwambhara brahma stava pade prithvi upara. Some days Vishwambar assumed the mood of four-headed Brahma. And after reciting the prayers offered by Brahma, he fell to the ground. So Brahma did the mistake of stealing the cows and the calves. Then Brahma, he came to know that whatever he has done is a wrong thing. And he has doubted Supreme Personality of Godhead himself. Then Brahma does Prayashchita. He comes and offers the prayers. So four-headed Brahma. So four-headed Brahma is also known as Hiranyagarbha Brahma. Four-headed Brahma. So then he comes and offers prayers. Prayers to Lord. So now Lord is taking that mood now. Mood of Brahma. Konadina Prahlada Bhavete Stutikar. Sometimes he is to take the mood of Prahlada Bhavaj. And in this way, the Lord constantly floated in the ocean of devotional service. Sometimes he acted as a preacher of devotional service like Prahlad and offered prayers. The Lord taught the mood of a sheltered or surrendered soul in order to exhibit the pastime of floating in various ways. So Lord is teaching what all ways a person can be, a devotee can be absorbed. He can always remember the pastimes. So as a preacher of devotional service, he enacted. He taught the mood of a sheltered or surrendered soul in order to exhibit the pastime of floating in various ways within the ocean of devotional service. By doing so, he demonstrated that the sheltered, separated parts can never become the supreme shelter. देखिए आनंदे भासे सच्ची जगन माता बाहिराय पुत्र पाछे यही मन कथा. She used to flow in ecstasy, Sachi Mata. But within the heart, she had this anxiety or fear. This also son will leave my house, will leave the home. On seeing the Lord's various moods of madness, Sachi Devi, the mother of the universe, became absorbed in ecstasy. But she had some anxiety in her mind that Lord may leave home and go away. Ai bole bapa ghiya kara Ganga Snan. The mother Sachi used to say, go and take bath in Ganga. Prabhu bole bala mata Jai Krishna Rama. He used to say, oh mother, chant Krishna and Rama's name. Don't be in anxiety, because she used to be in anxiety. What happened is behaving like a mad boy. He'll also leave the house. And she knew this madness is because of the spiritual ecstasies. Yata kichu kahe sachi putrerattara. Krishna bai kichu nahi bare Vishwambhara. Regardless of whatever mother Sachi said to her son, Vishwambar would not reply anything other than Krishna. Achintya avesh se bhujahana naya. Yakhana ye haya se apurva dekhaya. No one could understand the inconceivable moods of the Lord. Whatever mood he assumed appeared most enchanting. So whatever mood the Lord manifested was never seen before. So it appeared most wonderful. These moods were actually situated in the realm beyond material thought and were therefore incomprehensible to ordinary people. So the mood exhibited by Lord is not material. They are completely spiritual. And these moods are not ordinary. They are coming from the spiritual. They are the moods in the spiritual world. Lord's mood in the spiritual world is enacted by Lord himself. And were therefore incomprehensible to ordinary people. Ekadina asi eka shivera gayana. So one day a person was glorifying Shiva. Dambura bhajaya gaya shivera kathan. He began to play a small drum and chant the glories of Lord Shiva. Aila karite bhiksha prabhura mandire gahaye shivera gita vedi nritya kare. He came to the Lord's doorsteps for begging alms and began to dance in a circle while singing a song about Lord Shiva. Shankarera guna shuni, he danced in a circle. Prabhu Vishwambhara haila Shankara Murti Divya Jatadhara. When Lord Vishwambar heard the qualities of Lord Shankar, immediately what he did, he took the form of Shankar with matted locks of hair. Ek lamfe uthe tar कांदेर ऊपर हुंकार करिया बोले मुनि से शंकर. He jumped on the shoulders of that singer and said, "Oh, I am that Shankar." केह देखे जटा शिंगा डमरू 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 बाजाय बोला बोला महाप्रभु बलये सदाए. Some people saw Mahaprabhu with matted locks of hair and playing a horn and drum as he continually exclaimed, "Sing, sing, bolo, bolo." Se Mahapurusha yata Shiva Gita gaila paripurna phala tara ekatra paila. So whatever glorification this great personality was doing, that whatever glorification of Shiva that great personality ever sang, now bore its full fruits. Now he got the full fruit. Seita gaila Gita Niraparadhe Gaurachandra Arohana Kaila Tara Kande. Since that singer sang without offense, Gaurachandra climbed on his shoulders. As a result of the singers chanting the glories of Lord Shiva without offense, Gaur Sundar climbed on his shoulders. Bhaiya pai namilena Prabhu Vishwambhar. Apane dilena bhiksha jhulira bhitar. So when he regained the external consciousness, he got down and he personally placed arms in the singer's back. Kritartha hai se purusha chalila. He felt very satisfied. Kritartha. Hari dhvani sarva gane mangala uthila. Everyone started chanting the name of Hari. Jai pai uthe Krishna bhaktire prakasha. Ishvara sahita sarva dasera vilas. So as the glories of the Lord were vibrated, devotional service to Krishna became manifest. In this way, the Lord enjoyed pastimes with his servants. So here how Lord bestowed mercy onto the singer who was glorifying Lord Shiva. Why Lord bestowed mercy? Because he chanted offenselessly. And what is the offensive way of chanting the glories of Lord Shiva? Considering Lord Shiva to be equal with Krishna. Considering Lord Shiva to be all in all. Glorifying a particular Devata or Mahadev is not an offense. But considering them to be equal to Lord or different from Lord, that is offensive. So it is not that worshipping the demigod is an offense. We have to understand very nicely. Demigods are servants of Krishna. They have been given the personal administration. Krishna is giving the whole material world to administer. So naturally, they are servants of Lord. So glorifying a servant is not wrong. Like you have servants in the house. You can glorify your servant for the work she's doing or he is doing. But considering the servant to be the master, that is ignorance. And in ignorance, a person does offenses. So that is what has been spoken by Vrindavan Das Thakur. And Gaur Sundar is exhibiting that worshipping Lord Shiva is not wrong. Himself, he is also dancing and exhibiting that he is Lord Shiva. That means the servants of Lord Shiva are non-different from Lord at the same time. They are different. Achinta bheda bheda tattva. So here we'll stop. Any doubts you can ask. Any doubts?
Yeah, Hare Krishna Mataji. Mataji, you explained for me this thing. Just I wanted to know what is the crux of this whole thing, what we discussed today, that Lord Gaurachandra is taking different moves. So what is the theme behind it? What is the
When he wants to show that he is served God. Actually, he is served God. At the same time, he is displaying the mood of a devotee. What should be the mood of a devotee? So that is why Prahlad Maharaj, exhibition of the Prahlad Maharaj, Brahma. And how should be a served God? Nobody can become served God. Nobody can become God. So the mood is to show the difference between served and servant.
So he is acting as he is doing this Leela as a servant.
Yes, served as a servant also. Both.
Servitor
How
and
should be a servant? And how is served God?
both
He is
in one.
Swarat. He is Swarat. He can do whatever he wants.
So that means both served, servant also and servit. That means servitor also and served God also. Both. Okay, thank you.
Hare Krishna. Anyone else?
Mataji, just one question. So, in the am I audible?
Yes, yes.
Yes. In the context of differentiating between different demigods and Krishna, even Lord Shiva, so we can see in the different books like Radha Kripa Kataksha Stotra, then Radha Sahasranam Stotra. In all these books, Lord Shiva has very nicely glorified Radha and Krishna. So, should we also, like whoever wants to know the difference in deep, should they read these books?
They should, na?
Yes. So that will help.
Glorification by Lord Shiva, Brahma. We are not chanting Brahma Samhita?
Yes, we do.
So why we should be allergic to Lord Shiva, who is the Param Bhakta?
Yes, that is one, because I have not seen it like that common. So I thought I'll ask. Okay, ma'am.
The Sankalpa, yesterday I saw in the Sankalpa done. First demigods were worshipped. The Sankalpa for 12 lakh names. And especially Ganesha's Abhishek, everything was done. Because he removes the kleshas. Even to perform Archana for Lord, no vignas should come. Just see how systematically they were doing. Kshetrapal is Rudra's form. Kshetrapal. Hanuman is also Kshetrapal. Shiva is also Kshetrapal. They were worshipped. He was worshipped. That please protect the Kshetra. Then Durgaji is worshipped. That means even to worship Lord, you should have the mercy of the demigods also. You cannot reject the demigods. You don't have affection to the servants of the master, then how is it easy to go to the master? That is why one should understand for what purpose he is worshipping. He is not asking any benefit from the demigod. Kamaisteste rutagyana prapadyante anna devataha. You are not asking any benefit. You are asking a spiritual benefit. You are not asking a material benefit. That kama refers to material desires. You have a desire to serve Lord. You have a desire to grow in devotional service. So whatever kleshas are there, that has to be removed. That is why one is worshipping first the demigod and then goes to Shaligram worship. So yesterday we saw 40-45 minutes Sankalpa. In that all, the worship, everything. Okay, I request devotees to come for the Tulasi plucking seva, because every day we need 1,20,000 Tulasi leaves. So the leaves will be brought, Tulasi is brought, but plucking seva. Aruna Mataji, you can also put in the group. I have put, and you can call personally who are all coming for the Tulasi plucking seva. And you can hear also Vishnu Sahasranam going on. Hare Krishna. So stop here.